This is something that my mom always wanted to do, and I'm a fan of HGTV.
Yeah, and it's your own cousin.
Yeah, and who can't trust family?
OMG, she had to learn the hard way. Talking about family, truth is you can't trust them either. This woman is saying she was scammed out of so much money by her own cousin and her cousin's husband. There's a Chicago couple that's being put on blast for luring in all these black people, telling them that they're gonna help them flip houses and learn real estate, only to get them trapped up into predatory loans and a whole bunch of janky business. And yes, they even did it to their own cousin. So you know everybody else didn't stand a chance. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Won't waste any time, let's go ahead and get into it.
NBC5 responds, a bad business model or a Ponzi scheme? That's what several people who invested money with a popular Chicago home flipping business are asking themselves tonight.
The owners of iFlip Chicago are accused in lawsuits of luring inexperienced investors into predatory loans, leading to financially devastating consequences for dozens of Chicago families. PJ Rendawa unravels how things went wrong.
If you're interested in actually learning how to flip homes.
In late 2020, Amira Hadid signed up for a home flipping boot camp offered by real estate company iFlip Chicago.
iFlip Chicago boot camps is 100% hands-on.
This is something that my mom always wanted to do, and I'm a fan of HGTV.
Yeah, and it's your own cousin.
Yeah, and who can't trust family?
My name is Ramo Bay, and it's my wife,
Michelle Nicole Bay.
That's Amira's cousin, Michelle Bay. She and her husband, Ramo Bay, run iFlip Chicago. In addition to boot camps, the company offers joint venture partnerships to first-time investors who want to flip a home.
There were a lot of people who had successfully done flips with him.
Tatiana Barnett is a realtor and iFlip boot camp graduate. Both she and Amira say after the boot camp, they were recruited into iFlip's joint venture program. It was supposed to work like this. Participants would have to provide some upfront capital. iFlip would find the property, provide access to the lender, and oversee the renovation. Then iFlip would sell the home for you and take 30% of the total profit.
You don't have to worry about any of this stuff because they have all of these relationships.
To get financing through iFlip's preferred lender, Ramo Bay told the women his name had to be on their loan.
Being in real estate, it's not something that's unheard of if you don't have a track record of doing, fix and flips with lenders.
At closing, each woman hired iFlip's preferred real estate attorney, Alex Ranja, to represent them. But Tatiana says Ranja never showed up at her closing. They didn't know it yet, but in hindsight, this is where they say things went terribly wrong. Buried in the hundreds of pages of documents they signed during closing were 4 sentences in the loan agreement that put them on the hook for Ramo Bay's debts. It was part of a cross-default and collateralization clause that meant if Ramo went delinquent on any of his own loans, the lender would charge what Ramo owed to the loans he held with other iFlip participants, like Amira and Tatiana.
Crazy. So basically they got trapped up because the Bays allegedly used the new properties to secure previous active loans, which happened to be multiple loans from the same lender, meaning these new deals involving the new investors were instantly connected to old deals tied into this cross-default clause. Something like this, it's all good until it's all bad. And obviously they're speaking out right now because it's no longer all good.
And Ramo had several past due balances.
The women's loan documents show they were charged thousands in cross-interest fees, all transferred from Ramo's delinquent loans.
This was never about flipping property. This was about taking loans out to pay a debt. That didn't belong to us.
The loans then went on to fail. They were never written to succeed. They were predatory loans.
Now lawsuits recently filed by both women say iFlip lured them into a real estate investment Ponzi scheme, and the lender and real estate attorney were in on it.
So instead of you getting the money to pay the contractors and renovate the home, what was happening with it?
We have no idea where the money is.
How much are we talking about here?
I have lost $169,000. I'm sorry.
We are at risk of losing over $200,000.
Risk is always associated with doing business and investing. You can make money, you can lose money. Dealing with people trying to get over on you, though, can definitely cause you to lose a lot. And I see the news constantly zooming in on the husband, but understand the wife and husband here, they're a team. They're both running the business, and the wife isn't just some silly woman with no information and knowledge. She's been a licensed real estate broker in Illinois for over 10 years. So no, she's not some ignorant fool that's clueless about what's going on. She's got experience in the business, and she's the one with the license.
Our desire was to elevate the Black community, rebuild and redevelop our neighborhoods.
And this is how they get Black people all the time. They say things like they're trying to help Black people, the Black neighborhood, Black wealth, Black business. This is the easiest way they get over on Black people. If you just keep saying Black, 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 by the end of the conversation, these folks will be giving up their social security number, their life savings, their IRA, taking out HELOCs. Ask Jay Morrison. He made millions with the same hustle.
And the Woodlawn community Ramo and Michelle claim they wanted to revitalize now has 2 more vacant and decaying homes dotting its landscape.
So this property has been this way since 2022.
Sandra Robinson lives next to the home Amira was never able to finish renovating.
It's an eyesore. I hope something gets to be done.
It's disgusting that this is 2 years later and we have no answer. We have more questions than answers.
We found at least 7 iFlip investment properties, including Tatiana's, are currently in foreclosure. In an email, Ramo Bey tells us he and his clients were a victim of predatory lending, and the cross-collateralization policy was never disclosed or explained to him at closing. He says he will go after the lender who caused all this damage. Alex Ranja's attorney tells me they will be filing a motion to dismiss the case. Ramo is still holding real estate investment seminars on Facebook and encouraging church groups to invest. PJ Randhawa, NBC5 responds.
It never fails. If you want to blindly lead Black folks into anything, get them riled up real quick and hypnotized to follow something, all you have to do is bring up race. You'll have them ready to do whatever. They could be coming together for some BS, but as long as race is involved and you evoke those emotions, it's over. And that's really for Americans in general. Put Black versus white, they'll all lose their minds. And then for Black people, don't add a beat to it, it's over then. And when that fizzes out, all you have to do is move to the next strategy that's also keen at tricking Black people. That will be tricking them with religion. After these people messed over their own cousin and everyone else, all in the name of Black this and Black that, now they're out here preying on church people. Not sure what's going to happen. They have the lawsuits right now. At least 7 homes in foreclosure. It's just all a hot mess. This is why I don't get caught up into investing in something where a skin color or gender is used as some sort of selling point to sway my decision for my support or investment. That's not logical. That's emotional. And Black people are the most emotional people I know, generally making us targets for janky situations. And that's why you can't trust anybody, not even your own family. More than anything else, it's a lack of trust that's holding us back. But how can you ever trust people that will do this to you? I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, the people that's getting over on you, the people that's playing you, the people that's putting you in negative situations, the people that's holding you back, it's almost always your own people. But let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Let me know what you think about this below. Special thank you to Rob P. I appreciate you, Rob, for all of your support. Shout out to my sister Tanette, always showing support. Shout out to Outcast94, and one time for Creed. Our brother Creed is celebrating 1 year cancer-free, so shout out to Creed for always watching and supporting the channel. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.